the process of moving to electrification isn't just about ordering electric vehicles. There's a whole load of things to consider. There's engaging stakeholders within your business, tax, facilities, HR, finance, unions, drivers, all these kind of things. So I would start engaging the stakeholders. I would start doing journey pattern analysis. This is before any vehicle gets ordered. I would start putting those evaluation pieces in place now. How many of your drivers could charge at home? Do they have driveways? If not, are you going to look at workplace charging infrastructure? Are you going to look at both? All this evaluation can be done before any vehicle gets ordered. And when should someone start that? Right now, I would say. And then we can move through the gears of actually doing whole life cost analysis, ordering vehicles, reviewing insurance policies, putting workplace charging infrastructure in the ground if necessary. But that process all starts with some evaluation, and that can start right now. Three ways, really. And the first one is education. We speak a lot about the need for drivers to be educated in how to get on board with EVs, how to get familiar with EVs, how to overcome myths and fears of EVs. I actually think the employer has a duty of care in that. If you're going to take your drivers through to electric by changing your car policy, I think you've got a duty of care to familiarize the audience with these vehicles so that they're not scared of range anxiety, charging infrastructure. Can I drive it in the rain? Will the battery blow up after 1 year? Will the national grid cope? All of these fears and myths and pieces of knowledge that it's useful to get into an EV driver. And that means that they come into it from a point of confidence, from a point of knowledge, and they can then have the tips and techniques to maximize range. They know how to journey plan. They know how to plan their charging strategy. So are they going to charge at home or at work or curbside or destination like McDonald's or like cinemas or gyms or restaurants or supermarkets? Or are they going to charge on the public highway? And are they aware of the differences between those in cost? Absolutely. There is normally a champion within the business, normally, and they are like gold dust. If you've got a champion, and that champion might be a champion. I remember back in the day, I was working with a huge company, and they had a massive champion in there who was the champion for environmental reasons. He was one of the earliest adopters of EVs in the country, if you like. Put up with a lot of pain and a lot of hassle before anybody else had even thought of electric vehicles. But he was so valuable in the transition to electric vehicles for that organization. So I would say if you've got a champion, and he may be a champion, or he or she may be a champion for environmental reasons, they can see the environmental benefits of going electric, or they may be a champion for economic and financial reasons. They can see the whole life cost advantages of going electric, and that emanating that information from the ground, from the peer audience, rather than coming from the white collar top management, is absolutely priceless. So I would say if you are a transport or fleet manager, try and find that champion internally. Now that may come from doing some kind of driver survey. Tell me what your thoughts are, tell me what your fears are, tell me what you support. You will be able to pick out that supporter, that champion from within your own business, and you can feed so much information through there, and that comes out to the rest of the driving population.